Back to just grinding at Mech Arena. I was checking my YouTube page and kind of been stuck on the subscribers that I'm at, and I know I don't probably post the greatest or best videos that's out there, but I had somebody ask me a question, and I always like when my people who, or not my people, but people who watch me ask, sincere questions. And one of the questions I had is, why I use Panther and Tengu and not my Mech Arena skill. Um, to be honest with you guys on that, as I will say this, I have been playing this game for more than 3 years. And, you would think, a guy who's been playing for 3 years, he should be the best of the best, da, 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 da. Or maybe he's just not a good gamer. Because I definitely would never, ever consider me myself as one of the best gamers. But to answer that, this has always been, and we're going to get into CP while we do this, but I always go into this thought process, and I've been asked that before, why do you always use Tengu? Why do you always use Panther? Well, first, my one thing that I would say, the reason that I use, Tengu or Panther right away is I've noticed when I'm playing the game that a lot of times people will come out with their best mechs right away. And if I know that I can get a for sure kill on some of your best mechs, because I know you're going to send them out right away, why not use what I know I can do the best damage and the fastest damage I can? And then hopefully by the time I've wiped out your best mechs, I'm just dealing with your leftover stuff. So that's kind of my emphasis on that. Now, I will say this to say that I think it's kind of almost an unfair question, and I'm totally not mad about the question. Everybody's entitled to their question, but I think at the same token with the game, with the way that this game is set up, it's kind of unfair to ask somebody, well, why do you only use this mech? Why do you only use that mech? Now, unless you're a content creator, and oh my goodness, and you're getting a mortar, and you're getting quite a bit of unlimited tokens a month and whatnot. It takes some grind to get a mech up. So to me, there's no point in focusing on every mech when you're limited in resources. Now, I'm not a free to play player. That doesn't make me any better of a player. That doesn't make me more valuable to the game. All I'm saying is that I don't buy enough where I'm not really relying on the daily grind for the materials. I really am. I buy a season pass here and there, which is mainly my main buys that I'll do a season pass. But other than that, I'm kind of like some of y'all free to play players where I'm relying on my daily grind and what materials I get. So you know with a game where you can, you might get lucky of being able to use your whole stack. My question to everybody is: would you rather? Because we already know in CP, ooh, bad move, and in free for all and in tournament, if you lose, there that little bugger is, um, you're going down on the rank system. So you know, I I get where people are like, hey, can you use a different mech, other than Tengu, other than, Panther? Definitely 100% I could. For instance, I could be like everybody else right now who always uses Surge, and that's nothing against them because, to be honest, and this would be, my argument, it's kind of stupid not to use those. Get rid of it. Oh, I missed it. To not use those mechs, that's going to give you a for sure kill. A Surge, you're going to be able to charge, you're going to be able to freeze them. But to honestly be able to use every mech in this game and have the same skill or the same SP. It's guys. It's for me. It's not realistic. So while I do play heavy on Panther and I do play heavy on Tengu, the reason I play heavy on Tengu is because most of my resources that I put into, and I'm nowhere near that far, is in Tengu. Tengu's one of my highest HPs. He's one of my guys that can hold, the weapons that I like to play with. And then let's look at Panther. Panther's just, I mean, you can't really say, there's nothing you can really say bad about Panther. You can't. You know what I mean? He's one of the most used mechs on here. But at the same token, other than my Guardian, um, the difference between Guardian and him is yes, Guardian's more tanky, but my Panther is a lot more versatile as in within movement. But he also has high energy. He's one of my move. Um, he also has some of the highest energy that I have. So being able to rock with a the EM rifles, he's one of the only guys that I want him on there. Now, I think, and I haven't decided this yet. When I get my Redeemer up, or possibly my Gatecrasher, I might think of changing that. Um, but I don't play so much as in, hey, I don't care if I'm going to lose around. I play in, okay, I need to make sure that I have 2, 3 for sure mechs that are going to get me some kills down range. And that if I play with a lot of people that don't know how to play Mech Arena, I can make up for them uh, not making up kills. So I get the question. Not mad about it whatsoever. But I think if I was a content creator or somebody who's, you know, uh, has, a lot more resources to upgrade stuff. But let's be honest, you get something past a 5, 6 star, you're spending anywhere from 28 to 3K diamonds to get it up to the next level. So where I'm at, at the 4100 SP mark, I wouldn't say I'm stuck, but I am playing around that one point where a lot of people who are putting a couple $100 into this game a day uh, are doing that. All right, but again, um, it's just something I wanted to discuss on here. Um, I as I as I start getting, oh shoot, I set myself up. As I get more things set up, because I do want to get my Gate Crasher eventually in here. I do want to get my Surge that I already do own in here. I just, to be honest, guys, I just have not had the time or the really push to worry about having, 10, 15 mechs being worked out at the same time. And to be honest, I don't think that's really realistic, um, gameplay wise, to be able to. Oh, this is gonna suck now. I don't know if we're gonna win this, to be honest. This just sucks. I was not expecting to get hit that hard. And now I'm pretty sure most. Yeah. Now this right here, this is the main issue of why I play my best mechs right away. So while it doesn't fit everybody else's way of playing, when I'm the last person playing and there's nobody else on there and you don't know how to play, um, I'm not relying on that. I'm relying on myself. So that's kind of why I always play the mechs that I know how to play best with. Because look at here, 8. I got the most kills. The next guy got 5. The next guy got 0, 2, 0. So I'm not trying to talk down on people, but at the same time, When you're not playing with your clan members and you're playing with randos, um, you've kind of got to rely on yourself to know gameplay. Otherwise, you're watching people run to the middle beacons while you're like, hey, turn around, back me up. You know what I mean? So, I get the question. I just the servers just aren't filled as much as they need to be. Let's go ahead and look into who we were actually playing against too. So this is who we were just playing against. So 4,400, not too bad. Texas Mud Dog, lower than mine, lower than mine, lower than mine. So, and again, I was the last one on that. So I don't know where everybody else was because they went pretty dang fast. But um, I would say that's kind of why um, I always try to play some of my best guys right away before playing the worst ones. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see if we can get some of. I want to get some of the void guys in here. And there's not too many people in here right now, so we're just gonna go back to tournament. I already cleared that out, but I just wanted to explain to you guys why I usually play some of my best mechs right away. Um, and then again, this is so my other argument on that too is of why I only play my best mechs. So free for all, they had 5 minutes. And I thought that was the greatest thing ever because you could use all your mechs. So that would make you want to put more of a diverse lineup in here. They got rid of that. They brought that down to 3 minutes. So, guys, if I've only got 3 minutes, and I know you're going to bring out your best mechs too, wouldn't you expect me to have my best mechs out? So to ask somebody, well, why do you only use this person, or why do you only use that person? That's like the argument I always hear people say about mortars. I hate mortars. Okay, well then you learn how to play around the mortars. Or I hear people, I hate EM rifles. Well, then you learn how to play around EM rifles. There is a there is a tact for everything. There really is. Um, so But with Mech Arena having to me having the practice of always reducing play times, it almost makes it other than having diversity in the game of being able to use different types of mechs with the gameplay times as as low as they are and only having a three-part scenario type, because we have CP, we have tournament. And then, okay, yeah, we've got 5 for 5 and 2 versus 2, but with only having those, which you may or may not get lucky using all 5 of your mechs, it kind of ruins the point of having all these mechs and maybe getting lucky to use 2 or 3 of the mechs. So I would hope that in the future that Mech Arena would come up with more. Um, what I would call free for all type styled maps, but I would want those more in the general of capture the flag or scenarios like that. Scenarios that kind of grasp on being able to use more than 1, 2 types of mechs. So which I think the possibility is would be great for that because now they have so many mechs. It's going to get to a point, and I don't care what anybody says. God, got him. It's going to get to a point, if you really think about it, where you're going to have all this mech, but you're not going to have a lot of map gameplay, and you're going to kind of ask yourself, okay, well, what's the point? Because I've got 30, 40 different mechs. I'm only able to use 5 at the most in a scenario, but I'm using, some of my best ones to make sure that I get points and I don't go down in the division or I don't go down in the tournament. Um, what's what's the point of having all the mechs? Because I'm never gonna use them. But that's kind of like my little argument there. But I've always wanted more gameplay within the maps, and I'm not saying I want new maps. I'm not saying that at all. I want more um, styles of 5 versus 5, 2 versus 2, or whatever you want to call it. Like capture the flag, or um, a lot of people do their own customs where they do save the president. You know what I mean? Those ideas, and people always love the gameplay that comes from that, and people post it all the time. And if you know it's good gameplay and people like to watch it, why wouldn't you try to implement that in your game? You know, so, but that's just me saying the content's out there. Why not just kind of say, hey, let's do it? Because sooner or later it's going to turn into just okay, I'm just going around and racking up some points and doing a fast grind. But after a while, it's going to be like, well, this is a little bit redundant. Got you on there. And I personally think the only thing that's really saved is the adding the maps on there, especially after the ruining of the free for all event for me. So, which I know a lot of people don't like the free for all event, because free for all basically just means that you're able to grind longer than somebody else. That's really all that means. How did that happen? Oh my gosh. Come on, somebody take him out. There we go. No. Got him. Oh, that was a loss though. At least I got rid of him though. See how we could do here. Looks like they're gonna stay heavy in that beginning there. Now luckily I can hit them all from behind. That puts me up there. Go ahead and reset it here. As long as they don't send a Zephyr or a... Okay, he just shot. Got him. Well, the problem is now I've kind of wasted... I wasted one of my best mechs trying to do that. So that wasn't the smartest thing to do, to be honest. Where's this guy? There he is. Let's rid of him. We're only doing 5 out of 8, so we're not doing that well, to be honest. 6 and 9 with 1 minute left. Let me try to get back to the basics. See if they're gonna... Oh, come on. How are we gonna let these guys... Oh, that sucks. Ooh. Somebody almost had me there. They just... Yeah, we're losing bad on that one. I thought we really did have this one, to be honest, but I guess not. Oh well. That sucks. Ooh, he just almost had me right there. So we can clear this guy's out. Come on, people. That sucks. Oh well. I think I'll have an MVP on that, so I'm not too mad about that right there. Well, I got 2, so I'm good. So that's the other thing too. You guys got to remember when you're playing this, that you don't ever want to degress in tournament or in division. So as long as you shoot the best in your little tally there, because if you see, I've got 29, the other guy's got 23, and then everybody drastically drops. So you guys got to understand, you're kind of playing a gamble game where you're hoping you either get with people that are good, or you're not getting with bots that really suck. So um, while it might be annoying that somebody always plays the same kind of mechs, you've got to have 1, 2 of those mechs in there that is going to get you a certain amount of points, so you'll be good on the board there. But you know, that's just my emphasis on the game. But we're gonna keep going on with Mech Arena. I will catch you all guys again here very shortly, because I'm about to go eat, and while I eat, everybody around me is gonna be loud, and I want you guys to get annoyed. Check you later.